The championship was on the line the last time we went GNCC racing in the mud of Ohio, and Suzuki's Josh Strang responded with a dominant win. His championship rival Paul Whibley went down, relinquished second to Charlie Mullins. A win for Strang. Can he keep hope alive? Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of RacerTV. Jason Wygant here for the final round of the 2009 Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series, the Klotz Ironman GNCC. Behind me, Paul Whibley, number 2 in the series, tries to make it a number 1. He's the points leader heading into this final round, trying to hold off Josh Strang and Charlie Mullins. It has been a year-long tussle for this championship, and they've got one more wrestling match to wage against this track. Probably the best race all year long. It has elements of all the GNCC courses mixed into one super racetrack here in Indiana, and the largest crowd of the year. So if you get stuck somewhere out there, you're going to have to rely on the people to help you get back going again. Can Whibley do it? Can he polish off the championship trophy? You're going to have to watch on RacerTV to find out. Well, this is what it's all about here at the Ironman GNCC. Massive hill climbs. Kind of tough to get up on your own, but plenty of fans who will pitch in and help if you can. Also, lots of mud and water and some very high-speed field sections. If you're Paul Whibley, this track could actually end up being your biggest obstacle. He only needs to finish 14th or better today to win the title. Let's talk to Paul. Down here in the Geico Kawasaki pits with Paul Whibley. It's championship day today. Can you contain the excitement? You got to be pumped.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, hopefully everything comes together today and we have a good result for myself and the team. They've all worked hard to get to this point.
You know, you can win the championship, and a couple years ago you were just kind of a journeyman guy from New Zealand trying to make it work. I mean, was this a realistic goal? Did you think, 2009 GNCC champ, is that realistic?
I never really put a date on anything, but I always like to improve over each year, get better and better, and work on my weaknesses and stuff. And I guess this year it's just come all together, and the bike's good, the team's good, and everything's come together good.
For those of you at home wondering, what kind of lifestyle is this? Are these guys, work in a factory during the week and just come and race on weekends? No, this is a full-time deal for years for you to get to this point.
Yeah, I've raced. This is my 7th year internationally now. I did 3 years in Europe before I came to America. And this is my 4th season in America, so it's taken me a while to get to this point.
And talk about the hard work you have to put in during the week to get to this point on weekends.
Yeah, pretty much every day I'm training, usually twice a day, usually ride in the morning, then do some other training in the afternoon. So, yeah, it's a full-time job.
Well, no one's going to say if Paul Whibley wins this championship today, he didn't earn it. He's just going to go ahead and finish today. We'll wish him luck. Well, it's time to get nervous. We're at the starting line with over 1,600 different riders that will compete this weekend at this Klotz Ironman GNCC. The pressure's on Whibley and a host of contenders looking to knock him down. Let's go to the start.
Second, for row number 1, the XC1 Pro Class. Here's this Klotz Ironman.
And they rumble to life, and it looks like Mullins going to lead everyone into the first turn on the FMF Makita Suzuki. Jimmy Jarrett, that's the teammate of Whibley, right behind him. And Whibley, not too bad of a start. He's about mid-pack. Look at Jarrett take the lead away. And now Thad Duvall going to run past Mullins as well and put his Ampro FMF Yamaha into the number 2 position. Jockeying for a position, and now Nate Canny quickly getting around Mullins up into second. And Duvall has lost a couple of spots. That's the way it is early in these things. The riders don't get to practice or pre-run these courses. They don't know where the deep spots are. They don't know if there's rocks or roots or ruts hiding in the water. You're just kind of feeling your way around, and that's what makes you nervous if you're Paul Whibley. You go down here in this water, that's it. You'll drown your engine out. There's Whibley ducking his head. He just needs to keep that thing on 2 wheels today. Back to the starting line now for our XC2 Pro Lights class, 250 bikes, and Caleb Russell, your new series champion in this class, grabs the hole shot. That is the Cometic Hole Shot Award. Mullins officially grabs the MotorcycleUSA.com Hole Shot Award in the XC1 class. Looks like Corey Buttrick, the teammate of Russell, up to the number 2 spot. Scotty Watkins up into 3rd. And now Buttrick has taken the lead. Remember, folks, you can see the leaves are pretty much off the trees. It is cold down here, so That's not exactly comfortable to get splashed with that much water. Whoa! Josh Strang has got the lead, then he gets cross-rutted. Now going after the Ironman hill, and he makes it on the first shot. There's his teammate Mullins right behind him. So it's a Suzuki show early on. There's Nate Canny. Canny has won this race 2 out of the last 3 years. He's duking it out with Jarrett, who is in 4th. There's Jesse Robinson, kid out of North Carolina on the new Husaberg ride. The 250 bikes, they're going to take the easier route over on our right, their left. Well, not Buttrick. He decides to pick the steepest route. Good job feathering that clutch to keep the bike hooking up. Scotty Watkins there right behind him. It's an easier line all the way to the left. It is a faster line all the way to the right. Here's Mullins back into the lead as they go through the pits for the first time. And Jarrett going to pull into the Geico JG Racing pits for new goggles. And Josh Strang is going to try to make the pass, and they are wheel to wheel. Jarrett did everything he could to try to keep Strang behind him. Robinson, Glenn Carney, Duval. There's Whibley. Stay with us. We're just getting started. RacerTV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Yamaha, and Honda Generators, the official generator of RacerTV. Welcome back to Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Racing on RacerTV. Charlie Mullins still your leader and getting away from the pack quickly. Trying to pick up who's in the number 2 spot here. That is Glenn Carney up into 2nd on the Husqvarna. Josh Strang in 3rd. Strang needs to win the race today to maximize his chances in the points. There's Thad Duval coming through next. Nathan Canny, who, as we said, is an expert on this racetrack. But right now, Mullins, as he has done so many times this year, gets the good start, the whole shot, and immediately starts putting distance between himself and the rest of the field. Does not guarantee a victory, though. These guys have been able to run him down a couple of times this year. There's Carney and Strang, 2nd and 3rd. Thad Duval, who has had the worst luck of anyone, maybe ever in this series, comes through next. The rookie has had a terrible campaign this year. Then it's Nate Canny, who continues to move up. Back to Ironman Hill we go. A little dab in the foot there, but I'm telling you, Mullins is making it look easy right now. He will save a lot of energy to pay off later on in this race day. Strang, a little bit tougher time there as he swaps to try to get to the top. As always, the cameras deceive how steep this is. It's like a wall. And how about Nate Canny up to 3rd now? So he's got around Carney and Duval. I think that's, Jesse Robinson goes down. And a smart move, he just pitches it to the fans. Look out, Jimmy Jarrett, who has had some close calls already today in the pits and has a close call with the fans. Now Mullins working his way through some lap traffic. We told you how many riders are out here. Looks like his teammate Strang now starting to reel him in. Bit of a Suzuki 1-2 battle. And Canny there in 3rd trying to get closer to them. Back to our XC2 class. Continues to be Corey Buttrick in the lead. Bit of a wide line there from Corey. You see some fans on the side of the track saying, "Get back to the middle, man." And he does. And then you've got Russell, Shock Dr. KTM teammate of Buttrick in the number 2 position. Suzuki's making hay while the sun shines up front. They're getting away from Canny and the rest of the field. Here's Canny. Can he track them down? He has been a master at this racetrack. This could be his opportunity. The Suzuki boys are in the pits. Well, one of them is, Strang is, and Mullins kept going. So same bikes, different pit strategies. Look on the right, that's 7'4" Rick Smits, a former NBA center who now races GNCC in our intermediate ranks. There's Nate Canny, a tall guy for a motocross rider, but not as tall as Smits. Back to our leaders, still Mullins over Strang. Nice job jumping over that water. You see how cold it is as the steam immediately comes out of these engines when they hit that. And he makes it through as well in 3rd. Looks like Russell now back into the lead in the XC2 class, and he's always letting it hang out. There's his teammate Buttrick right behind him. These two have got to have fun the way they push each other this year in that XC2 Lights class. Mullins lighting it up in the field. So hard to set a bike up for these field sections. This is almost like a motocross track, but in the woods you've got those rocks, you've got tree roots, so you can't set the suspension up that stiffly. Here is Kenny still in third, trying to track them down, and he's actually got the XC2 guys right behind them. That is Buttrick, and we now hear on adjusted time, Buttrick is actually ahead of all these riders overall. If the race were to end right now, Buttrick would be your overall winner. But I think we're just setting it up. Mullins versus Strang for the win today. They'll turn it on late if they have to. Look at Buttrick right behind Canny. He started over a minute behind Nate, and he's on a 250 where Canny is on a 450. So Buttrick is absolutely flying. And listen to him wind that little bike to get up Ironman Hill. Look at Russell jump that water bar. And that wasn't that difficult for him to get to the hill. He almost coasted halfway up the top. The race is on between the Suzuki riders through the pits again. And Mullins going to stop, and Strang is going to stop again. Not sure what the idea behind this is. This could be the opportunity that Nathan Canny needs in third to close the gap and race with these guys. Looks like Strang gets in and out quicker, and my guess is because he didn't need as much fuel because he already had some. Canny pitching that bike all over the place. Can he catch them? We'll see. RacerTV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Yamaha, and Honda Generators, the official generator of RacerTV. Well, a wild battle out here today at the Ironman Grand National Cross Country Race. There's Corey Buttrick, who was your overall leader at one point, being chased by Caleb Russell, who has lost the visor off of his helmet in a crash. But now the XC1 class riders have begun to pull away, and they've got it back in adjusted time. The rider in blue is Josh Strang. He now has the lead. He has got around his teammate Mullins. Mullins has had this trouble before. Leads a lot of laps early, then struggles midway through. Nathan Canny in third is beginning to close the gap on him. Woo! Strang just lucky to keep it on two wheels with that water bar. Mullins not letting him off the hook. He's keeping it close. And Canny is still closing the gap back there in third. It might just boil down to these three. I'm not sure if Buttrick or Russell are going to be able to mount another charge and get back in front of them. But for now, it's time to move for our Rocky Mountain ATV MC Spotlight. Let's check out the Tusk Fender Pack, retailing for just $14.99. It's the perfect fender pack for tools and other small items. Measures 7.5 by 5.5 by 2.5 inches. Made from durable, water-resistant, PVC-coated 600 denier polyester. Features an internal adjustable poly strap to secure items tightly and keep them from bouncing around. Mounting hardware and a rigid base are included to ensure secure mounting, and the pack bolts to fenders with a little bit of drilling. The Tusk Fender Tube Pack with tire irons retails for $14.99. It's the ultimate spare tube fender pack with plenty of room for a tube, inflator kit, and irons. The pack includes 2 tire irons that are secured in the 2 pockets on the top of the pack, strong steel hooks with a poly web strap for secure and quick mounting. It's all made of water-resistant PVC-coated polyester with an easy-access water-resistant zipper. And the ARC Pro X Motorcycle Tool Pack retails for $89.99. It's the ultimate tool pack for racers and trail riders alike. Constructed of durable 1000 denier cordura with a wide adjustable poly belt and heavy-duty buckle adjustment from 28 to 48-inch waists. Comes complete with tire irons, a chain breaker, Tusk pack-a-plug, a folding multi-tool, 3-way mini T-handle wrench, side cut pliers, 100 pack of zip ties, safety wires, scabs, a 16-gram CO2 inflator, and a bike-specific axle and 2-stroke spark plug wrench combo. That's more than a 10% savings compared with buying a tool pack and the tools separately. That's awesome. Rocky Mountain ATV MC is the leading online seller of ATV and motorcycle tires, parts, accessories, and apparel with an industry-leading website, free shipping on orders over $99 in the continental U.S., and a huge inventory of in-stock items. You're sure to get the products you need at the prices you want, shipped quickly to your door. Visit RockyMountainATVMC.com or call 1-800-272-6329 to request a free catalog. There it is. Josh Strang continues to lead here. Jason Wygant giving it the call on RacerTV, and he's got his teammate Charlie Mullins behind him. They're going to go underneath this bridge and pop back out. Now, this is one of the fastest sections of the track, and that's why we say it's so hard to set your bike up. Such a variety of terrain here in Indiana. Mullins in the number 2 spot still. And Nate Canny absolutely hustling. Has not won a race yet this year and wants to catch the Suzuki boys to do it. Here's Whibley, who has moved up to 4th. That's plenty to give him the championship. He just needs to hang on. A great day so far for the veteran from New Zealand. Back to our leaders. Mullins just following his teammate around, and they're both a little cautious through the water. You don't want to get your gloves or your goggles soaking wet. It's very hard to see and very hard to hang on. Unless you're Nate Canny, you just throw the goggles aside and go for it. He's motivated. He wants to catch those two. Stay tuned. RacerTV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Yamaha, and Honda Generators, the official generator of RacerTV. Josh Strang has led for quite some time out here in Indiana, looking for what I believe will be his 6th race win of the year. Nathan Canny now up to 2nd, so he has broken up that Suzuki 1-2 punch. Can he catch Strang? Mullins losing some time in a big mistake. Man, I thought he was going to eat it as he came in with the front end way high through that section. Now through the pits, Canny is in the lead. Nathan Canny has taken the lead, and persistence pays off. Here is Strang back to 2nd, and we hear he has gotten stuck, and that's why he lost all that time. He's dug himself out. Now he's up to 2nd with his teammate Mullins here, not too far behind. Now, Canny got stuck on lap 1. That's why he had to make up so much ground. So I guess it's all fair and even now. And it's going to be a wide-open duel to the finish. What is it about this racetrack? Well, I was going to say that lends itself to Canny's style. Then he almost gets stuck at the top of that hill climb. Canny won here the 2 of the last 3 years. But for him, it's a win streak. He did not race here in 2007. He was over competing in Europe. So he's won the last 2 times he has been here. Mullins now up to the number 2 position. So more trouble for Strang. Here's the Australian. I thought he had this one under control, but he has now dropped back to 3rd. He is really going to have to hustle. And if he gets stuck in those mud bogs, the problem is then you've really got your gloves covered in mud. It's so hard to hang on. Canny apparently doesn't care. He's riding without goggles. He has managed to make up ground. The real question is going to be, can Mullins dig down deep and get back up to the 116? Canny on the Shock Doctor KTM. Man, this track is getting treacherous. He's just trying to hang in there. Much better job, much more clean. Do that section from Mullins this time. He looks pretty solid down the stretch. I don't think he's going to let Canny go. And look, he has caught him. We're coming down the stretch, and the race is on. Last couple of corners. Mullins is right there. The fans going crazy here in Indiana. There's one short wood section with the victory on the line of the last race of the year. Canny's got the spot covered, and he wins the Ironman GNCC in spectacular fashion. Josh Strang is going to have to settle for 3rd. What a battle to the finish. And Paul Whibley is going to conquer the GNCC mountain, the steepest climb in the game, and he has worked his way all the way to the top of this sport. With a 4th place finish today, he will clinch the GNCC championship. Let's go to victory lane. I know it's a dream come true, Paul. You came halfway around the world to win this #1 plate. How good does it feel now that you finally got it in your hands?
Yeah, it feels awesome. I'm kind of just stunned a little bit at the moment, and it's going to take a couple of days to sink in, but I'm so happy at the moment. I can't put it into words. It's awesome, eh?
Hey, congratulations. You rode smart. You rode conservative today. Were you worried at all?
No, I just kind of cruised around. I had a little bit of episode early in the day with me and Thad came together, and it could have been bad. So I thought I'd better settle down a little bit and just race for the championship today, and it worked out. I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. I got to thank all the JG Off-Road team and the Geico, Monster Energy, Kawasaki. It's been awesome. Thanks.
All right.
Guys!
Well, there it is. Nathan Canny comes out on top of the Ironman. That's 2 years in a row for him. Let's go down and talk to our third-place finisher, Josh Strang.
Yeah, I got a pretty decent start today and was running up front with those guys, and I managed to get into the lead and then drop back to third and had a pretty good crash at the end of the first lap. And after that, I put my head down and rode good and got to the front and felt okay, not great. And I was just doing what I had to do to stay in front. And I think I had maybe 30 seconds. And on the second last lap, I got bogged, and then the last lap I got stuck a little bit even better. So Charlie and Nate got by me, and they had a good race, and I finished third. So it was all right. Finished on the podium on the last race and second overall in the series. So I'll come back next year on a Suzuki and see if I can get that championship.
Well, a good run for the year for Strang. Wins a lot of races, does end up with that number 2 plate. His teammate Charlie Mullins ends up third for the year and takes another podium finish.
Yeah, I mean, almost had it, but I pretty much lost the race for myself. I made a couple mistakes and got stuck, but the last 2 laps, I think I was a little over a minute down, and I just charged so hard and caught Caney right at the end with a couple corners to go, and I think he beat me by maybe half a second, but you know, it's good to end the season with a podium, but I'm going to work hard for next year and come back strong.
Yeah, you know, after just seems like, you know, when you have a good year, you have a good year, but when you have a bad year, you work twice as hard to get less than the good results, you know, and that's what this year was for me. I worked really hard and just bad luck and bad health and stuff like that, and you know, to be able to finally get a win leaving the series is, you know, it's the best thing you can ask for, I guess.
Let's check out our Yamaha race recap for the last time, tearfully, in 2009. Charlie Mullins gets the whole shot. His teammate Josh Strang catches him. They battle it out for the lead, while Nate Canny tries to make up for getting stuck on lap 1. It looked like it would be an all-Suzuki show between Mullins and Strang going back and forth. But well done for Canny. He never gave up, kept digging, and then when the Suzuki boys got stuck on their own later on, he was able to get into the lead. Mullins mounted one last charge, and it came down to the final corner of the race. But Canny was able to hold Mullins off and take his first win of the year, just in the nick of time. Meanwhile, Paul Whibley finishes 4th. Combined with his consistent efforts all year, he is your new Grand National Cross Country Champion. Congrats to him. Thanks to you for watching all year. I'm Jason Wygant for RacerTV.